Happy New Year! Welcome to the Girl Cave. I'd like to start this video by thanking the girls from the Mini Kit Monday Challenge for the opportunity to be a guest designer this year. I will be collaborating with them in the month of May, which so happens to be my birthday month, so I am very excited for that opportunity. To begin the year, we will start out with a bang and do 20 questions in 2020 so that you and I can get to know each of the designers that will be working this year with the group. Question number 1. Who am I? My name is Jeanette. I go by Jeannie Linguini, which is one of the nicknames that my dad had for me growing up. I am the mother of 3 grown sons, ages 26, 24, and 23. I live in Northeast Florida between Jacksonville and St. Augustine. And I have been scrapbooking for 21 or 22 years, although I did take a break while I was working on my master's degree. I also quilt, and I've been quilting for 26 years. Question number 2, what motivates me to scrapbook? That would have to be my family. I want my grandchildren, my future grandchildren, maybe even my future great-grandchildren, to be able to learn about us, about me, about my husband, about my children, what we were like, what our sense of humor was like, to relive and share those funny moments that we've lived throughout the years. And I want them to see themselves in us, like be able to connect with us even if we never get to meet. I know that my children enjoy going through our scrapbooks and reliving those moments. And I would like for my future generations to have that connection to us. But I want them to have that sense of family and maybe see themselves a little bit in, oh my gosh, look, just like grandma, I like to craft, you know. So that is what motivates me to scrapbook. Question number 3, what type of scrapbooking do I do? I mostly work in 12 by 12 layouts, mostly double page layouts. However, I am looking forward and trying to tell those shorter stories that only have 1 or 2 pictures. I still like to do the 12 by 12 format, although I do have a few 8.5 by 11 albums, but those are mostly the baby albums that I did for my children years ago. Question number 4, do you plan your pages? Girl, I plan my life. No, seriously. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I have specific pictures and a specific story and I want to tell it in a particular way, but other times I just go with the flow. So yes and no. Number 5, how do I file my scrapbook pages? I file them in chronological order. I do have albums that are specifically for trips, but everything else goes in order into my albums. Question number 6, what is your favorite scrapbooking topic? At this moment, my favorite topic is everyday life. However, I have gone through having my favorite topic be my children, trips, but you know, life changes and so do our tastes and our focus in life. So at this point, I don't have that many children's stories to tell. So my focus is everyday moments. Question number 7, how do you find time to scrapbook? Do you scrapbook every day, and do you give something up in order to scrapbook? I am lucky enough that I found a local scrapbooking group a few years ago, and I clicked with several of those girls. So close to 3 or 4 times a year, I go on weekend scrapbooking retreats, and that's where I get most of my work done. However, I do have this dedicated space, which I love. It's called my Girl Cave. And I can come in here maybe 30 minutes every morning before I go to work. And I have time to come in after work while, you know, between work and dinner time, or maybe even after dinner time, and work a little bit. So having the opportunity to steal in 30 minutes here and 20 minutes there allows me to continue scrapbooking and stay pretty active with my hobby. I don't scrapbook every day because I also have a passion for quilting. So I divide my time between both hobbies. And do I forgo something? Yes, I think we all have to give up something in order to have time for ourselves, right? Because our lives are so busy. So we always have to give something up in order to do something else. And it's all about priorities. And I feel that our hobbies, our passions are incredibly important, that we are important enough that we should take time for ourselves. We should carve time for ourselves. So that being said, what do I give up? I give up watching TV. I don't watch TV, and I don't clean. I have a lady that cleans for me. Not because I'm spoiled and I choose to just pay somebody so I don't have to do it, which if I had the money I would. But I have a heart condition, so I am not allowed to do any cleaning. So that gives me time to scrapbook. There's always a silver lining. Question number 8. Where do I shop for scrapbooking supplies? Is the coast clear? Don't tell my husband. I will list my favorite shops in alphabetical order for you. Number 1, a cherry on top. I love that website. Number 2, AliExpress. I love ordering from AliExpress because it's very inexpensive, and I'll just order a few things at once, and it takes close to 3 weeks, 3 to 5 weeks for the items to ship, and they ship individually. So by the time they get here, I have literally forgotten what I ordered, so it's like a surprise in the mail. Number 3, Amazon. You can't beat Amazon, especially for, tape runners, maybe some rotary blades, things like that. I love Amazon. Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's, scrapbook.com. I love that website as well, especially their paper. Oh my God. And the last one, Tuesday Morning, which I went there today, but I'm not going to be doing any shopping next year. In the year 2020, I am seriously going to be doing my my no buy challenge, because I really want to get this clutter under control. And I think if I feel the need to have something new, because we all like to have something new once in a while, I will make sure that in order for me to bring in one item, I have to have 2 items that I bashed. So I'm really going to be working on bashing my stash this year. So I really would like to try and buy absolutely nothing. However, I will be giving myself maybe 2 $20 bills for the entire year, but only in case of an emergency and only after I've bashed a few of those items. So for every 2 items that I've bashed, I may bring in 1. Not that I have to, but if I have an emergency where I really need a little quick pick-me-up, then that might be the way to go for me. Question number 9. Did I get any scrapbooking related gifts? And the answer would have to be yes. I received an iPhone 11, so I am using that camera to record this video. I received gift cards to Joann's and Hobby Lobby, so if I do have an emergency this year, would that be considered cheating? I don't know. What else did I get? My husband gave me a storage clip and spin organizer where you could put your thickers. I don't know that I want to use it because I'm trying to curb the clutter and hide things. I don't want everything out because it gets overwhelming, and when I have a big mess, I can't focus and create very well because everything else is distracting me. Question number 3. What 3 items can I not go without? Item number 1 would have to be the tiny, tiny pop-up dots. I love those. I like giving a little bit of height to some of my elements, and if they're small, the tiny pop-up dots are the perfect size. For the larger items, I have a friend that turned me on to these coasters that you get at local restaurants. When she closed her scrapbooking store, she gave me a stack like that. And they're not quite cardboard. I think they are cardboard. So if you have larger pieces, like maybe you want to elevate some of your pictures or maybe a big piece of ephemera, you can just cut it to size and use that. If it's not quite thick enough, you can double it or even put 3 layers. So if I could only buy 1 package of pop-up dots, it would have to be the tiny ones, and then I'll use these for the rest. Item number 2 that I cannot live without would be my ephemera packs. I like adding a little bit of color and just visual appeal to those pages. And item number 3 that I cannot live without would be the internet. It's where I go for inspiration. It's where I go to learn new techniques. I spend way too many hours on YouTube, but I've learned a lot and I've met some great people through YouTube. So I really think that's on my top 3. Question number 11 is there a product that I will buy despite the expense? And that would have to be my creative memory albums. I know they are expensive. I know that I could get other albums very similar to Creative Memories. I could get them at Hobby Lobby or Joann's with a coupon. But truly throughout those 21 years that I've been scrapbooking, these Creative Memory albums, they hold up and they hold up well. And they also hold a lot of pictures. Now, for a while, I stopped buying Creative Memory albums because I hated having to trim the pages. But the new ones now are exactly 12 by 12. There's no trimming of the papers needed. So I just bought myself an album from a friend. And that is one item that I don't care how much it costs. I will continue to purchase it because it is quality material. Question number 12, how do you feel about sketches? I love sketches. Sometimes I'm stuck. I don't even know how to begin, especially if I haven't scrapped in a while. So sketches are wonderful to give me, if not the entire map of my page, at least a start. Where do I get my sketches? Page maps, Scrapbook Generations. Those are my 2 favorite sources for sketches, but I also just go on Pinterest and look at other people's pages. So great inspiration there. Question number 13. If traveling, do you take any crafty materials with you? Or crafty projects, I should say. And the answer is yes. This little sandwich box goes in my purse all the time with me. So wherever I am, this is not too far. It is not scrapbook related. It is quilting related, and I'll show you what's in here. I have, first of all, I keep a sticky note on this side with my information so that if it does get lost, people can return it to me. So this is what is called English paper piecing. So I have these little paper hexagons, and I have a small pin cushion that goes on my finger like this, and it has a pin so that I can hold the paper to the fabric, or I should say the fabric to the paper, and then I sew around it like this. And once I have 6 of these, I make, or 7 of these I should say, I make little flowers. So I sew them together, and once that center piece is surrounded by other ones, then I can take the paper out of that one. I don't take the paper out until all the pieces are surrounded, because otherwise they will stretch and lose their shape. So they end up looking like little flowers, and I sew those flowers together, and I am making a quilt. This is my prayer quilt. So as I sew each flower, I am thinking about a particular person and saying a prayer for them. So this quilt is completely handmade. It is not a project that I have a deadline to finish it. It's just something to work on while I'm in the car or on a plane or at the doctor's office or wherever I have time. I'll just work on it a little bit at a time. So far I've been working on it for 5 years, so I'm not in any rush to finish it. It's mostly to focus and pray, especially for friends, family. I'll even pray for strangers. The next question is a tough one. Question number 14. Where do you stand on purging items? I don't have a hard time purging around the house. But when it comes to my girl cave, purging my craft supplies is tough because I have been in the position where I've gotten rid of things and 2 weeks later I'm looking for it and I need it. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I just gave it away. But I really do, whenever I clean out my room, which is usually seasonal, maybe twice a year, like in the summer, right before summer begins, I like to do a good clean of my room. And right after the holidays, because I think you saw in my previous video the horrible mess that this room is in, I do a good deep clean as well. And at that point, I'll look at items that I have around. If it's something that I haven't used, that I don't like anymore, I'll put it in a little bag and take it to Goodwill. I don't have any trouble with that. But I'm very careful about purging tools at this point, because I have gotten rid of tools and then I've realized that I really shouldn't have, because I miss them. But stickers and papers, if I don't like them anymore, I'll get rid of them easily. Question number 15. Outside of scrapbooking, what other interests do I have? Quilting is my second passion. Well, they're tied. I really love quilting. I can quilt every single day. I just enjoy that creative process. And it's something that it's not quick. It takes time, and I think that's the reason why I like it. I don't feel rushed. It's truly a work of love, and I enjoy that. I also love reading. I've not read as much as I used to, so that's one of my goals for this year, is to read a little bit more, maybe read every night right before bed. So those are the 3 things that I truly enjoy doing. Question 16, why did I start my YouTube channel? I started my YouTube channel because my girlfriends and I took some videos at a quilt retreat, and we wanted to share it with multiple people. Multiple people wanted to see the video. And we figured the easiest way would be to create a channel. And I said, well, I'll do it and I'll post the videos. And then after that, I would record short videos and share it with family and friends, just little things. I had a friend that wanted to know how I organize my fabric or, my scraps. So I made videos specifically for her, but other people enjoy it as well. And I found that I enjoy making these videos. So yeah, that's why I have my YouTube channel. I hope you like my YouTube channel, and I hope that you decide to subscribe so that you don't miss out the wonderful ideas that I have for this year. Question 17, that's a tough one. Do you watch any scrappy YouTube channels? And how much time do you think you spend watching YouTube? Shh. My husband probably knows this. He's realized this. I spend way too much time watching YouTube. That's where I get my inspiration, and I learn new things from YouTube. I watch RTS, Janet Madison's RTS scrapbooking. I watch Nicole Jones 911. I watch the Mini Kit Monday challenge groups. I watch Jen Shao. She's crafty. Caitlin Clary, Becky, Tracy, even 2Ps. Who else do I watch? Let me see. Yes, Please, Paper Crafts, Heather Belzer. And then I also watch makeup videos. I don't wear a lot of makeup, but I love watching them. And I watch shopping hauls, clothing hauls, organizing, cooking, pretty much anything. I'll watch anything on YouTube. I love YouTube. Way too much. Question number 18. Do I prefer to watch longer videos or shorter videos? I like them both. If I only have, after work, I like the shorter videos because there's a little period between getting home and starting dinner, so I don't want to get too involved in a video. So I like the shorter videos then. But at bedtime or after dinner, I love watching those longer videos, especially if they are really teaching a new technique or explaining their thought process. Not just watching a video of somebody doing something, but if they're really taking the time to explain their thought process so that I can see how they're thinking and how are they coming about making those decisions, I love those longer videos. I really like to get into them and really pick their brains and learn from them. So I do enjoy both types of videos, short ones and long ones. I prefer to make shorter videos because there's less talking. But I think I'm gonna be doing some longer videos this year. I want to do some Facebook Live videos where we just scrapbook together. So it's gonna be called Crapshoot. It's a game that we're going to be playing. So hopefully you will join us. So make sure that when you subscribe, you also hit that notification bell so that you never miss out when we play. It will be once a month and we're just going to scrap together. Question number 19, do I use my scrappy skills to make gifts for loved ones or other people? And the answer is of course. This Christmas, I used some leftover stickers and my jump ring and some other stickers to make a little gift for my husband. So every month he will receive a gift. So it's kind of like a coupon book. And I will link the video of that Christmas gift down below. I also made an ABC scrapbook for my mom years ago, you know, where the A is for arrival, and I had pictures of her coming just right outside the hospital with me on the day that I was born, and then all the information about my birth. Letter B was, I believe, Brandon, which is my youngest son, and I included pictures of them together. So every letter of the alphabet was related to family members or moments that we had shared together. And it has been one of the most treasured gifts that my mom has received. She loves it. Every time somebody comes to visit, she shows them their her ABC scrapbook. And remember, we all did that back in the day, and I haven't done anything like that recently. I also make for my sister, she has a specific colorway at her beach house, and I was lucky enough to find an album with that colorway. So obviously I purchased it, and then I purchased matching cardstock and some paper. So I created a scrapbook just for her where I placed those photo mats that it said, place your picture here. And I included a pen for her to use. And what else? Little tape runners for her. So yes, I do use my scrappy skills for gifts. And question number 20, do I have any scrappy goals for the year 2020? And the answer is absolutely yes. I have several scrappy goals. I will be linking the YouTube video that I made for that underneath the description of this video. But in a nutshell, getting this room in some kind of order is part of my goals, and doing a no-buy challenge. So those are mostly my scrappy goals. But I also have some other small things that I want to accomplish in the year 2020. So I will be listing the link to that video down below. Thank you to the girls at the Mini Kit Monday Challenge for inviting me to be a guest designer this year. I look forward to the month of May where I can share my designs with you, and I look forward to everybody's designs. I can't wait for January to see who creates their kits and their layouts. It's gonna be a fun year. Also, please subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can come along as I create several videos this year. We are going to be going live once a month and playing Crapshoot, and you don't want to miss that. Bye. Oh, that light is bright. The sun is in my eye just as I start the video. Thank God for editing tools. Oops, don't break it, Jeannie, don't break it. Don't break my heart. I can't see. Okay. I hate this. All right. You can hear the stupid paper. That was not good. Let's start again. Maybe by 1 hour, I'll have it perfect. Okay, who am I? I don't know. Happy New Year and welcome to the Girl Cave. I'd like to start this video by thanking the girls from the Mini Kit Monday Challenge for their invitation to be a guest designer this year. No. Okay. Don't move so much. Sit still. Let me have water. Am I still in frame? I'll be all over the place like a squirrel.